welcome to the Northern Counties East League podcast. I'm Richard Watts. I'm now joined by League General Manager Matt Jones.
Okay, welcome to your official Macron Northern Counties East League podcast, and here's the latest league update. Let's start in the Premier Division, where leaders Tadcaster Albion saw their advantage trimmed to just 2 points. The Brewers were held to a 1-1 draw at home by Thackley. Oliver Green gave Tadcaster an early lead in the second half, but Thomas Whelan struck back with just over 15 minutes to go, earning the Denny boys a well-deserved point. That result opened the door for Barton Town to close the gap to 2 points with a solid 2-0 win away at Penistone Church. Craig King got things rolling in the first half, and Thomas Wardby sealed it from the spot after the break. Liversedge remain in third, just a point behind Barton after a 3-1 victory over Knaresborough Town. Ryan Watson bagged a brace after Daniel Hartley opened the scoring. Ezio DeSantis grabbed a late consolation for the visitors. Pickering Town leaping to fourth after their Friday night win over Wombwell Town. Goals from Ben Silburn and Rowan Shirley sandwiched Jack Wilson's equaliser, giving Pickering the edge. Parkgate and Frickley Athletics shared the spoils in a 2-2 draw. Parkgate raced into a 2-goal lead through Alex Warner and Jensen Ridge, but the visitors hit back, first through a Martin Woolford penalty and a second-half strike from Thomas Algonahuru. That result sees Parkgate climb to 6th, with Frickley now 8th in the table. Down at the bottom, Golker United and Albion Sports finally got their seasons going with their first wins. Golker edged Horbury Town 2-1 on Friday night, thanks to goals from Alfie Wilkinson and Jerome Badeau. That defeat drops Horbury to the foot of the table. Albion Sports were emphatic in their response, winning 4-1 away at Bottisford Town. Nathan Cartman netted twice, with Thomas Ponter and Niall Heaton also on the score sheet. Elsewhere, Sheffield saw off Eccleshill United 2-0 with a double from Alex Hardwick, while Rossington Main rescued a point in stoppage time against Campion, courtesy of Paul Sherburn. Beverley Town were ruthless in their 4-0 win at Handsworth, with goals from Nathan Afori, Samuel Apoku, Lucas Salubaric and Glenn Sarney. Over in Division 1, the top 5 all continued their good form, recording wins. Durham District remained top after a narrow 1-0 victory at Route 1 Rovers. Adam Baskerville, the match winner in the 40th minute. Harrogate Railway Athletics stay second after a dominant 5-0 win at Glasshout and Welfare. Harris Eggleston struck twice, with Dom Creamer, Harry Atkinson and Alex Burton adding to the tally. Wakefield are still third after a 5-1 home win over Armthorpe Welfare. Max Rhodes opened the scoring, Ashley Flynn added 2 more, and Tom Hinton and James Tetley rounded it off. Worsbridge Ridge Athletic remained fourth after a 4-2 Friday night win against Brigg Town. Goals for Worsbridge came from Benjamin Pike, Josh Brown, Finley Durkin and Conor Glavin. Club Thorn Colliery complete the top 5 with a 4-0 win at Selby Town. Dominic Meller, Lewis Walker, Nathaniel Muenda and William Gomez all on target. South Leeds slipped down the table after a 2-0 defeat at Maltby Main. Harry Middleton and Curtis Morrison did the damage, lifting the house up to 8th place. Crowell Colts now sit 6th in their first season in the league after a 4-1 win over struggling Winterton Rangers, with goals from Sam Goodhand, Lee Ridley, Henry Cook and a Declan Bacon penalty. Goole are up to 7th after a 3-0 win at Doncaster City, who were reduced to 9 men after 2 red cards. Luke Sellers converted a penalty, with Mitch Carlton and Ashley Worsfold adding the extras. Leeds UFCA are up to 9th after coming from behind to beat Athersley Recreation 5-1. And finally, the only draw in Division 1 saw Louth Town and Ilkley Town share the points. Will Pennell opened for Louth, but an own goal levelled things up for the host. On to this weekend, and it's a big one for Pickering Town, who are our only remaining team in this season's FA Cup competition, one of 17 teams across the country from Step 5 that have progressed through the first 3 rounds. The Pikes host unbeaten Step 4 side Runcorn Linnets on Saturday, and this match will feature live on the BBC iPlayer and the Red Button. We wish Pickering all the best for their tie. In the Premier Division, we've got 2 games on Friday night. That's Campion versus Horbury Town, and an interesting-looking South Yorkshire derby between Wombwell Town and Sheffield. And on Saturday, there's a further 7 Premier Division matches. In Division 1, there's 10 games on Saturday. The pick of the weekend's fixtures, in my humble opinion, seem to be second place Barton Town against third place Liversedge in the Premier Division, and fifth place Clubthorne Colliery against fourth placed Worsbridge Bridge in Division 1. Whichever game you're going to watch, thank you as always for your tremendous support of our teams. Have a great time. Before I go, there's time for a quick look at the current streaks across both divisions. In the Premier Division, Pickering Town have won 3 games in a row, while both Penistone Church and Ecclesfield United have lost their last 3 matches. Barton Town have gone 8 games unbeaten since the start of the season, one of 3 remaining unbeaten sides in the division, along with Pickering Town and Sheffield. At the other end, Horbury Town are now 8 games without a win. That's 4 draws and 4 defeats since their promotion from Division 1. The only one of our 42 teams yet to record a victory. In Division 1, there's only one unbeaten side, that's Harrogate Railway Athletic. They've won 7 and drawn 2 of their opening 9 fixtures. They've won their last 5, a streak shared with Wakefield. Worsbridge Bridge can go one better than that run, recording 6 straight wins in the league. After winning their first game of the season, Winterton Rangers have now lost 8 straight league games to sit bottom of the table. Very disappointing for them after suffering 2 straight relegations. They'll be looking to avoid an unwanted hat-trick of demotions.
Next up, NCEL talk. I'll hand straight over to host Aaron Walton.
Right, so hello everybody, and it's good to be back. I've got my old chums with me. I've got Bob, Jordan, Si, and Richard, and myself, Aaron. So I've been missing for a couple of weeks, but I've been on a fact-finding mission about talking glass eyes to sleep. And guess what? I found out I was a natural. So there you go. So all things Northern Counties East League. Let's have a look and delve into what happened last week. So, first of all, before you get on to me, Bob, we'll go to a Friday night game.
I would never get on to you, never.
So, Golka versus Horbury. 504 there to start with. What a crowd. What an absolute brilliant crowd. And a much-needed win for Joe Scar's boys. I see they've welcomed back quite a few other old players, haven't they, from last season as well. So, but Jordan, were you there?
I was there, yes.
And what was it like? Obviously, 2-1,
yeah,
but
just alluding to your point about them getting a fair few players back. It's typical that we're in need of a win, and we finally get to play a team in bottom half at league for the first time this year, and then they've got all bodies back.
Yeah,
and it was a very, very strange game, including our keeper getting sin-binned during the half-time interval. So we had to start the second half with our captain in goal for 10 minutes, which was a strange one.
Very strange.
Yeah. So Alfie Wilkinson opened the scoring. I think he was one of the 3 players that had been there last year.
Yeah.
He looked really sharp. And then they got a second through a bit of a weird goal. Our guy knocked it out for a corner, but it hit one of their guys' toes and looped over our keeper into the far corner. So that's just the luck that we're getting at the minute. And then we had a couple of chances to bring it back, which we eventually took one on the 45th minute. So I was all thinking going into the second half, right, the tails are up now, what a perfect thing to talk. And then just as we were walking out, the ref had checked the rules, because he originally just yellow carded our keeper. But then as we were walking out, he checked the rules and said, you're going to have to start the game with 10 men and you're going to have to put an outfield player in net. So that kind of wasted the team talk that we had. So we're back to the walls for the first 10 minutes rather than putting the pressure on. It wasn't ideal. And then we found ourselves down to 10 men for 25 minutes of the game for a second yellow card. And the scoreline finished 2-1. So, yeah, another defeat for us, and we're the only team in the league at the moment without a win. So, yeah.
I think that will change. I won't worry about that. Will change. And I saw on the footage there was a little bit of handbags, wasn't there, in the middle? A bit of a kerfuffle, wasn't there?
Yes, there was. Yeah, that probably could have been a sending off and all. Looking back at that, to be fair, that wasn't. A bit of a high foot, and then a few handbags there.
Yeah, I didn't know you had Hong Kong Fooey playing for you.
Yeah. From the angle that I saw, it didn't look too bad, but yeah, it was lucky to maybe not see a red for that, to be honest. But yeah, we were already at 10 men at that point. So I can't imagine going to 9 would have made much difference. Probably would have conceded, but
Yeah. All in all, not a good night. But you're still there, you're still in it, and you were going to win. Aubrey's going to win a game. Probably. Have you got a game this Saturday?
we play tomorrow night.
Oh, tomorrow night. Yeah, we'll get on to that. Yeah. So we'll brush over that one then real quick. And then Pickering Town played Woonwell Town, didn't they? Pickering beat them 2-1. The Pikes continuing good form, but it was 1-1 at half time. And then obviously Tony Ackworth's team are really impressing this season. I saw them a few times last season and I was impressed. So anyway, we'll go back on to Division 1. We saw Wasborough versus Brig, and the Briggers put 4 past the Zebras. So that was Division 1. Saturday, Bottisford 1, Albion 4. Albion much needed shot in the arm for the Lions. Nathan Cartman's finding his touch.
But it was the first win of the season for the Albion, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. Much needed win, Bob. So that was good. Handsworth 0, Beverley Town 4. 0-0 at half time, wasn't it? And all the young guns scored for Beverley. I've got Nathan Afori, Opoku, Lucas Lubrich, and Glenn Sarney, all the young lads. So I think if you added all their ages up, I'd still be older than them. So there you go. Liversedge continue their strong form. They beat Knaresborough 3-1. Parkgate and Frickley, they had a Desmond 2-2. Good comeback from Frickley, though, wasn't it, Bob?
Yes, it's very good for because there was 2-0 down at one stage, wasn't there? But it 2-1 at half time and then got the equaliser in the second half. Yeah, good result for Frickley there.
Yeah, and Parkgate seem to be the draw experts, I think. And then we come on to Penistone 0, Barton Town 2. And I missed the game, and it's probably the only time we've won at Penistone. Typical, isn't it? They've been banning me from going away to away games. So, you was at the game, weren't you, Richard?
Yeah, best performance I've ever seen Barton have at Penistone. Played well and never looked in trouble really. Always looked in control of the game. It's a good performance.
Well, yeah. Well, I bumped into Anthony Bosley last night because I was at Brig Town. I went to have a look at their new ground, and he said it could have been more. Was he correct, Richard? Or was he looking through Barton Town eyes?
No, could easily have had a couple more. And there's one whistled across the 6-yard box that Lewis Stevens was about within an inch of getting. And a couple of other opportunities,
So there you go. So that's a good win for Barton. Big acid test on Saturday, though, isn't it, against Liversedge?
Yes, certainly is, yeah.
Big test. Anyway, back on to other things. Rossington 1, Campion 1. And am I correct in saying Sheffield 2, Eccleshill 0?
You are.
Yeah,
correct.
You are.
384 there as well, so that's a good crowd. And Tadcaster 1, Thackley 1. So Tadcaster dropped a couple of points there. Ollie Green scored for Tadcaster and Tom Whelan for Thackley. So let's go into the Macron Northern Counties East League Division 1. Massive Lincolnshire derby. I say this every week because it must be full of Lincolnshire teams. There's been a few, hasn't there, Lincolnshire derby, but new boys. And Bob, it's Crowell, not Cruel. Crowell Colts.
Well, it depends how you say it, really. It's
I like the way you say it, to be fair.
right. I'll try and get it right.
So it's Crowell Colts, and they beat Winton 4-1. Now Winton are really struggling, aren't they? To be fair, I think they've got 1 or 2 new lads coming in. But they seem to be getting new lads every week. But I'm hoping Winton start pulling it round. But Crowell have had a really good start, haven't they?
We have been doing well.
So right, we're going to get on to the next one because I can see you shuffling on your chair, Bob.
Can you really?
Doncaster City 0, Goal AFC 3. And it was another trip to Armthorpe for you. Pray tell, how did it go?
Well, it was a bit of a strange game, this, because first 20, 25 minutes was pretty even, really. And then their Doncaster City keeper had a moment of madness, I would say, because our centre forward, it was 1-on-1. Our centre forward went past him, and the keeper brought him down. And then it's a straight red card. And couldn't do anything else, It was outside the area.
Yeah.
So I think the centre half captain for Doncaster went in goal. So they were down to 10 men. Then a few minutes later, Kyle Austin, our right back or right wing back, was going through at pace into the penalty area. He was brought down, which was going to be a penalty, but then the Doncaster City defenders stamped on him, seemed to be stamped on him, and the referee had no hesitation in sending him off. So down to 9 men.
Oh my God!
Yeah. So for that, from the resultant penalty, Luke Sellers scored it 1-0. Stayed like that till half time. Second half, we got an early goal through Mitch Carlton, the standing keeper. I think it went through his fingers, which he can't. I mean, goalkeeping's hard at any time, but to ask a defender to go in or an outfield player, it's not easy. And then we got a third one in the 84th minute to make it 3-0. So a good win for the Vikings on the road.
Yeah, so it was a pleasant trip back to Gould for you, Bob.
It certainly was.
Good.
Yes. In fact, we seem to play better away than we do at home. But
right. Well, you're just getting used to that 3 or 4G pitch, aren't you? That's the thing.
Yeah. Well, we could say that. Yeah, it was the same last season, really.
I couldn't possibly comment.
Yeah.
Anyway, going on first. So Glasshoughton 0, Harrogate Railway 5. So that was a good win for the Rail. Glasshoughton are struggling a little bit, but I'll come on to them later on because I saw them last night. Ilkley Town 1, Louth Town 1. So that must be the longest journey, is it not?
I was going to say that because I had a look. It's a 234-mile round trip for Louth. So that's a long trip.
It's a hell of a long trip, that one.
Yeah, you don't want any postponements or anything like that when you're playing, do you? A floodlight failure or whatever.
Get there and the ref calls it off.
Yeah.
Chase round the pitch. Right. Leeds University 5, Athersley Recreation 1. It's a bad day for the Rec. Maltby 2, South Leeds 0. Good win for Maltby at Muglet Lane there. Route 1 Rovers 0, Durnan District 1. They keep on rolling, don't they? Adam Baskerville, the hound of the Baskerville scores. So Durnan District keep up the pressure. Selby 0, Clubthorne Colliery 4. 305 there. Do we call that a derby?
Yeah, they're pretty near each other, aren't they, really? Selby and Thorne.
28 miles as a crow flies.
Right.
And let's get on to Si, because Si hasn't said anything yet, and we're going to introduce Si to us. Wakefield AFC 5, Armthorpe 1. Pray tell again, Si, how did it go? Please tell me you went.
Yes, I did, yes. And a second meeting with Armthorpe within just over a week because they'd moved the away fixture. So we played that a couple of weeks ago and won there. That was Jason Blunt's first game in charge at their place. Was his fifth, and he's got 5 wins from 5 to start off his time with us now, so we can't ask for any better than that.
Certainly can't.
5-1 win, 2 goals for Ash Flynn, who's now he's sort of really finding his shooting boots now. He's one of those players always going to score, but he started the season sort of not bagging the ones that you'd expect him to get, but now he's got into his flow. I think he's going to do sound. Max Rhodes getting his first goal for us to open the scoring. Can't ask for only thing we missed was a clean sheet, and we'd gone 400 minutes before that without conceding or just over. So
I bet
one
you
goal.
I bet you keep a little bit upset, won't he?
I think, well, they're always going to be, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? Everyone wants to keep a clean sheet and have the perfection. But yeah, it's been quite the turnaround from the start of the season we've had. And there's a lot more smiles going around the club now, and a good crowd as well. 412 there. That's our biggest of the season so far. So that was good to see as well.
Really good. And I think if Ash Flynn's happy, he scores goals. That's the thing. So if you've got him happy, he scores goals. And I think
gets the right service as well. He's getting sort of the right. You know, every striker is different in the way that you play him, aren't they? And I think we've found the way to unlock what he needs.
Excellent.
I'll say this: we could have had a hat trick. But you know, he missed the first one when he had a really good chance to score. But yeah, he got a brace at least.
Yeah, I'll be happy with his 2. And if we just look at attendances, I just want a little bit of chat of attendances, because we're always looking at ways at most clubs to get more people through the gates. I mean, the best attendance in Division 1 was 412 yourselves, Wakefield. There's 305 at Selby, obviously a derby, and the lowest was 60 at Ilkley. So, but I think Ilkley are in the middle of a lot of other clubs, aren't they? So a lot of other teams are around Ilkley. It must be difficult for them. And in the Prem, 509 was at Golka versus Horbury. Did it look full, Jordan?
Yeah, it was busy, to be fair. I just think we got tagged in something on X that it were the biggest crowd in Step 5 in the country, I believe. So
that's good.
Right. Yeah, so it's good. Yeah, plenty of fans, plenty of noise.
Do Horbury take a few fans with them, or is it just?
Yeah, I reckon probably about between 75 and 100, maybe.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, there was quite a lot of us, down the side. They keep turning out in the numbers despite the lads not being able to pick up 3 points yet. But
they'll be picking them up. I hope you bring all that lot to Barton. It'll boost us up to maybe 3 figures.
Yeah.
But, that's good. So that was 509 at Golka versus Horbury on a Friday night. So Friday night football does work. And then on the Saturday, Sheffield had 384. Penistone had 347. They're always well supported, Penistone. Taddy, 297. And the lowest was Bottisford, 99. But I think Bottisford suffered up if Scunthorpe United are at home, I think. And I think they were on Saturday. Correct me if I'm wrong. So that was Saturday's games. Midweek, very busy midweek, as per usual. So a good spread of games with 4 in the Prem and 2 in Division 1. Division 1, we'll start with Division 1. Had a game at Brumby Hall. Have we all been to Brumby Hall to watch football, gentlemen?
Not for a long while.
Not yet.
Have you been, Si?
I haven't been to that one yet, no.
It's not a bad little setup. You'll have been, won't you, Jordan?
Yeah, it's not bad, Don't mind it.
It's a good thing. You'll always get parked there. It's a massive car park. So,
it is, yeah.
So, and have you been, Richard? I thought you'd
never been to football. No.
You've never been. Well, I'll have to take you, Richard. It's all right at Appleby Froningham.
Yeah, it is,
and they entertained Lincolnshire neighbours Louth Town, who always seem to be away at the moment. So it was 2-1 to the Froningham with a 90-minute Josh Frywall goal to sink the White Wolves. So it's 2-1 to Appleby Froningham. They needed that win as well. Club Thorn played Armthorpe. Would we say that's a local derby as well?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So it was.
Are they both kind of Doncaster way?
Yeah. I go to Bob for my geography, you see, usually, and he's very quiet.
No, well, the gate was good. 286. So that tells you something, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, it was 154 at Appleby Froningham as well, and they tend to struggle to get fans, so that's good for Appleby Froningham as well. So 1-1 draw there, Club Thorn and Armthorpe. Premier, Albion played Pickering Town. On paper, 2 entertaining teams, and it turned out just to be that, didn't it? 3-2 to the Albion. So they've turned it, haven't they?
So two wins on Saturday and Tuesday, and Pickering were unbeaten before that defeat in the league was Pickering. Yeah. So that's a really good result.
Who scored again, Bob?
Albion. It was that Talent Dunlove. He scored 2. Yeah, he scored 2 goals in the first half. 2-1 up. But then there was 2 goals, one for Albion at 90th minute and one for Pickering at 90th minute. So 2 late goals from both teams. But Albion won 3-2, so great result for Albion.
I think they've turned it now, because we were getting a little bit worried, Richard, because we'd tipped them to do good things, haven't we, Richard?
Yeah, certainly had.
Well, Richard said last week he keeps tipping Albion to win, but they never did. But they've come good now, haven't they?
Well, doing the thing. So the kiss of death is off now. So that's good. Frickley played Knaresborough, and it was the visitors putting in a solid 3-0 victory, wasn't it? So they're a funny team, Knaresborough. They're very hot and cold. I know our trips to Mansley with Barton Town, we get nothing. We don't get a sausage there. I don't think in all the times I've seen us play, I think we've beaten them once. And have you seen them win, Richard, Barton and Knaresborough? I don't think you have.
No, I think I've seen a point once, and that was it.
That was it, wasn't it? Yeah, we won't go on about the away games too much because we could come across as a little bit bitter, couldn't we? So Sheffield, they're playing catch up, aren't they? Entertaining local rivals. And can we call this a derby game? If my geography serves me well, about 23 miles as a pigeon flies. And who were they playing? Can I remember? Can I not? Because I'm not.
Parkgate.
Parkgate is it?
Parkgate.
Sheffield and Rotherham, that is.
Yeah, that's Rotherham, isn't it? Yeah. So 23 miles as pigeon flies. 3-2 victory for Sheffield.
Yeah, and in that game, there was 2 goals at 90th minutes, both for one for each side. So that was 2 late goals again.
What is it with this 90th minute? All teams doing it, aren't they? So it's crazy. Woolwell Town had the poachers of Bottisford Town down at the recreation ground and a 4-2 win for the Wellers.
Yeah, 90th minute penalty made it 4-2 as well.
It did, Bob, yeah. And was it Ollie Fearon scoring after a minute?
It was, yes.
Yeah. I think that's the term you're going to use is catching them cold. So, but did they go 3-0 down, Bottisford, and they brought it back to 3-2, didn't they?
Yeah.
So it was a bit of a fight back from Bottisford. But as Woolwell Town get the victory. Wednesday, we had 2 games. In the Prem, Eccleshill played host to Golker. Could Eccleshill start to climb up the table? Could Josh Carr's men pick up their old boys coming back? Well, it was the hosts with a 1-0 victory, wasn't it? And Eccleshill getting a win they're vitally needed. And the game I went to, monsoon it was. I don't know if it rained where you guys have been, but it absolutely chucked it down at Brig last night. Monsoon it was. A good job it was 4G. And it was Brigtown who beat Glasshoughton 2-0, but that's not the whole story. It was my first visit to the revamped Hawthorns. I don't know if you guys have been to the new Hawthorns. Have you, Si?
We're going on Saturday.
Yeah.
You'll see a big improvement. It's an absolutely lovely ground now. They've done a lot of work.
Yeah. We went earlier in the season. It's really, really nice setup.
It is, isn't it? New changing rooms, toilets, new entrance. They've tarted the main grandstand up, and then it looks a lot better where the changing rooms are. It used to be higgledy-piggledy, but now it's really nice now.
And Brig, people must like it because the average attendance, the top of the Division 1, average is 400.
Yeah.
97% up on last year. So that's a tremendous, isn't it, really?
They're doing something right, aren't they, off the pitch? On the pitch, they're struggling a bit, but the one last night, as I say, it was my first visit to the revamped Hawthorns. Very, very impressed. Although Brig won 2-0, until they got the second goal, Glasshoughton was still in it. And I felt sorry for Glasshoughton because their keeper, who made a couple of good saves early on, I think it's Sam Ogombo, he had to go off injured, and it was 0-0 at the time. And then Brig got a very fortunate penalty. I mean, what do you do if somebody blasts the ball at you? You put your arms across your chest, don't you? And it hit him on his arm or his hands, and the ref gave a penalty. But they were tight to his body anyway. And it was Alfie Usher stepped up, got a penalty underneath the keeper's body. It was a standing keeper as well. Ben Hall. He had a brilliant game. Absolute cracking game. And it wasn't till... who scored the second goal for Brig? It was Dale Hudson. Yeah, it was a lovely finish. Nice bit of skill. And that sort of killed Glasshoughton off. They're not a bad team, Glasshoughton. They play some nice football. They're just a little bit... They're not too strong on the ball, I would say. But certainly, I thought they'd be a lot worse than they were with the position. But now I was impressed with them. And Brig stuck at it. Made hard work of it, but they stuck at it. So, good game all round. So, let's have a look. Have we covered everything?
Yeah, I think we have all the games played so far, yeah.
Yeah. So, I was just looking, gents. I was just looking at this. There's some teams that are playing 3 games in so many days, aren't they? They're sort of playing either Friday, Saturday, Tuesday, Friday, aren't they? Things like that. Wombwell, I hope they have strength in depth, as that was the 3rd game in 8 days. Might think in football players' terms they should be okay, but these lads are semi-professional. They've got jobs as well, haven't they? It's quite difficult, I think, for them. The Wellers travel up to Pickering last Friday night. Tuesday, they had the pleasure of entertaining Lincolnshire's Bottisford Town. Then Friday, again, they're entertaining Sheffield FC, aren't they? So, busy. So, team of the week. Are we going to pick a team of the week now before we go on to have a look at the games?
Yeah, we can do. But,
have we all got a team of the week first?
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
we'll go to you. We'll go to Si first because he was the first one to say something. Si, who's your team of the week?
Picking themselves off the bottom end of the table, I'm going to go for Albion. Struggling start to the season, another couple of games behind, but 2 wins from 2. It's difficult to top that.
That's good, that one. Yeah, well done. Jordan?
I'm probably going to go Albion Sports as well, to be honest. Reluctantly. Could have done with them staying around us, to be honest. But yeah, they've done good. Two wins in a matter of days. It's pulled them out of it. Although it's only really, it was still 30 games left, isn't there? So
but there's more twists and turns in the curly whirly left yet, mate. Don't worry about that. Who are we going to? Bob, chomping at the bit.
No, I agree with Si and Jordan. I'm going for Albion. 2 wins. They've only had 1 point after 6 matches, so to get 2 wins on the bounce.
Yeah.
And as I said earlier, it was Pickering's first defeat of the season in the league. So yeah,
right.
So it's a no-brainer for me. Albion this week.
You're going for Albion, and Richard, who are you going for?
Yeah, I was going for Albion. Yeah.
Oh my God! So you're going for Albion as well. So that's how. So Albion are nearly going to get a clean sweep. I'm going to go somewhere different, just to be awkward, and I don't know who to pick.
I think I would have had Harrogate Railway as my alternative.
Yeah, that was a good 5-0, wasn't it? And they're doing really well. I'm going to go for. Oh, I didn't go for my own team, but I'm going for Barton Town. I'm going for Barton. I know I shouldn't do because it's my own team, but I think they made such a good start, and this is going to be the kiss of death because they'll probably lose against Liversedge. But they've had a really good start. They're playing some nice football, aren't they, Richard?
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
they look quite strong at the back as well. So I'm going to go for Barton Town getting an away win at Penistone because I've never seen them get anything at Penistone. Honest, get sent off. So well done to Barton Town. You get my vote. So that's our teams of the week. Let's have a look at what's coming up on Saturday. So we've got to
Friday.
Yeah, Friday. Well done. I knew I'd forget it. So who we got on Friday?
You've said Wombwell and Sheffield.
Yes.
And then the one is Jordan's team, Campion at home to Horbury.
Campion at home to Horbury. So are you going to it, Jordan?
Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, I'll be there.
Have you been to Campion before?
Yeah, when we first came into counties, we played Campion. They beat us 7-0.
Right.
Yeah, we'd won our first 6 games when we've come into counties, and then we were just given a 7-0 drubbing at home to Campion. So yeah.
Team.
Yeah, we played in pre-season last year as well. Yeah, we've. I think I said on the podcast last week that we were really short on numbers. We had 11 missing at Golka.
Wow.
We've now got 2 extra players that missing through suspension.
Oh.
But we should have maybe 4 of the starting 11 that we had against Maltby the last game of last season, and a couple of those on the bench should be able to make the squad as well. So we're getting there. I think everyone's got their eyes on Gould in the FA Vars for everyone to be back. So Bobby, be pleased for that.
Oh,
I'm up for the moon.
So that'll be good. I think once you get all your players back, Jordan, you'll start motoring up that league.
Yeah, we're not worrying at the moment.
No.
I mean, we've picked up 4 draws out of 8. I was speaking to a couple of lads during the week, and I was saying, would you change a couple of those draws for one win? But then you'll have lost 6 games at that point. So I think even if we're on the same points, I'd rather have 4 draws and be competitive in more games and just have that sole win, to be honest.
And I think you've got to look at who you've played as well. You've played first place, second place, third place, 6th, 8th, and 11th.
Yeah.
So, obviously, and so that's all in the top half. You played Golka, but they're all in the top half. So it's quite a hard baptism, that. So good things to come. Good things to come.
Absolutely.
Who else have we got on Friday night? Anybody else?
No, that's it, Aaron.
That it. So Saturday, we've got to say good luck to the Pikes of Pickering at home to Runcorn Linnets of the Northern Prem. They're a fairly new club, Runcorn Linnets, formed in about 2006. What do we reckon to that, gents? Do we think Pickering will keep the good form up?
Well, I think they've got a good chance. I mean, last round they beat Redcar in Northern Premier League, and now we've got Runcorn.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned last week, it's live, which is really good on the iPlayer at 12:30, isn't it?
Yes.
So that's a really good. It's a good advertisement for Pickering and the league, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do we think
Mr. Jones will be there, Bob? Do we think Mr. Jones will be there?
It could be, and I think they wanted to open with a sellout of 2,000 tickets went on sale beforehand. So if they can get that, it'd be a good atmosphere, won't it?
Certainly will. So good luck from all of us to Pickering, and hopefully you'll do well. So if we look at the games in Premier Division, Albion Sport play Beverley Town. So that's another tough test for both teams, really, because Albion have picked up, Beverley have picked up. Barton Town play Liversedge. That's going to be a really tough test, isn't it, Richard, for Barton, I think?
It certainly is. Yeah, it won't get any tougher than that, I don't think.
Certainly do. I've seen some right drubbings. We both have, haven't we?
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen them get anything against Liversedge, I don't think.
Before you came, Richard, to Barton, it was a Tuesday night game. We lost 6-0 and we're at home to Liversedge. Joe Walton got 5 goals. They took him off because he was going to work later on. He played another game against us. Their keeper got injured. He went in goal and saved a penalty. So
I remember that. I did see that.
Yeah. So you just, with no luck against Liversedge at all. But let's hope it changes on Saturday. Bosford Town play Tadcaster. That'll be a good one. Eccleshill play Handsworth. Frickley play Golka. Knaresborough play Parkgate. And Thackley play Penistone. So there's some good games there. Div 1, quickly go through them. Armthorpe are at home to Leeds University. As Si intimated, he's going to Brigg. Wakefield versus Brigg at Brigg. So he'll be able to give us a little bit of his say on what he thinks to the new Brigg Town ground. Clubthorne Colliery play Wasborough Bridge. Durnan District play Glasshoughton. Goole play Crowell Colts. Harrogate Rail play Doncaster. Louth Town play Route 1 Rovers. Nostell Miners Welfare play Maltby Main. And Winterton play Selby. So quite a few midweek games as well. But what I'm going to do, because we're running out of time, we'll have a look at the league tables. If we go to Division 1, Durnan District to top, played 10-24 points. They're going like a steam train. Harrogate Rail, though, 9 games and 23 points. That's some going.
They're still unbeaten as well in league.
Yeah. Wakefield, Si. Third in the league, 10 games, 19 points. Wasborough Bridge, 8 games and 18 points. Clubthorne Colliery, 8 games and 17 points. And Crowell Colts, 8 games and 16 points. At the bottom, it's not looking good for Winton, but they've not been cut adrift. Played 9, 3 points. Nostell 8 and 4. Glasshoughton 10 and 5, and Appleby Frodingham 8 and 7. So as I say, Winton haven't been cut adrift yet. So there's everything to play for. In the Prem, at the top of the table, it's Tadcaster Albion, the Brewers, 9 games and 20 points. Barton Town at the Swans, 8 games and 18 points. The heady heights for the Swans. Third, it's Liversedge, 8 games and 17 points. And second play third on Saturday. Fourth is Knaresborough, 8 games and 14 points. Fifth, Pickering, 7 games and 14 points. Penistone are 6th, 9 and 14. Sheffield, who were slithering up the league, 7 games, 13 points. And Parkgate, 10 games and 12. At the bottom, I'll go quickly over it. Horbury 8 and 4, Golker 9 and 5, Bottisford 7 and 7, and Albion 8 and 7. And again, nobody's getting cut adrift at that bottom either, really, are they? So that's looking good. So any games you're looking forward to at the weekend apart from your own, Bob?
Well, yeah. Well, our match against Crewe, I'll just say it's a derby. It's a long time. It's the first time we played Crewe in a competitive game, so 6 versus 7. So hopefully we'll get a good gate.
Yeah.
There's some, as I said, some good games in Premier League. You've got Barton, Liversedge.
Yeah.
That should be a good game. In our league, Brake and Wakefield. That should be a test for Wakefield at Brake. And yeah, some good fixtures.
What about you,
I've got
Joe?
another one for you.
Yes,
Sorry,
Bob.
I jumped in.
Sorry.
Sorry, so I just spotted one next week as well for Division 1, Harrogate and Dearn. That's your top 2 facing off.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to jump in there. I just wanted to catch that one.
You're right, Si. Yes, you're right. Next Tuesday. Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah.
And we've got Selby. That's a local derby. We haven't played Selby in a competitive. We're away on Tuesday night at Selby Town.
Yeah, that's a good one. So there's some good games there. Any for you, Jordan, that stick out?
Not really looked. I just hope this time next week I come on in, we've got 10 points and not 4. So
You'll have 10.
Fingers crossed.
You'll don't you worry, you'll get them. And just a quick going back to I'm backwards and forwards. Attendance is over the weekend of the last week of the 6th. 2,633 in the Prem altogether, 1,676 in Div 1. So we're getting them through, aren't we? Getting them through the gates. We'd like a few more, but that's pretty good.
That's it for this edition. If you've got any news for the podcast or you'd like to appear on the podcast, please email ncelpodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for listening.